Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to welcome back my compadre, Mr. Coach Corey Keplinger. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, thank you. Good to be back.
Absolutely.
Can't believe it's week 6 already.
It is week 6. And actually, folks, we were back last week, but unfortunately, anybody who follows Harding football or knows anything that happened, there was a power outage during the game. Craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, you it's one of those things, one of the old adages we say, you stick around long enough, you're going to see everything.
You're going to see everything.
And turns out, 4 minutes into the second quarter, the power goes out. And,
absolutely.
We're doing our best flash dance impression, I guess.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. Well, and as Coach Kepler and I were talking before the game, that probably wasn't our best game. Just to recap a little bit what the Prexies have done the past 3 weeks. The Prexies started out the first game of the season, and they lost a very tough game to Mount Vernon that they obviously should have won. Went to Jonathan Alder, lost to a very, very tough Jonathan Alder team, which I believe is still undefeated at this point. Am I right about that?
To my knowledge.
Yeah, to my knowledge, they're undefeated, and they're ranked pretty high, I believe, in Division IV. We went into Newark, a very talented Newark team. They don't really have any wins yet, but they always have athletes. Beat them. Went to Pleasant, had a fantastic, amazing game. Probably one of the best games I've seen the Prexies play in a long time. Was also the first game that Brady Wink, I almost said Tanner. Tanner was his brother. Brady Wink started quarterback, right?
Yeah, had a good show. 2 touchdown passes to Barr. And,
yeah. He had a fantastic game. And, of course, last week against the Tigers, if you looked at the score, it was 42-19. But I'm going to tell you, folks, it was a much, much, much closer game than that. Galleon was as advertised. They were a fantastic football team. They're 5-0. Going into tonight, I don't know who they play this week, but they're 5-0, and I believe it's the first time they've been 5-0 since they won the state championship with Lee Owens back in like 1983, 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah.
Way back when I was a much, much younger man, and I don't even think Coach Keplinger was born yet, if we're being completely honest. But that's kind of the recap of the Prexy season up to this point. Once again, Coach Keplinger and I are back together. I believe we said this is year number 5 we've been doing this.
That sounds about right.
It's
yeah,
year number 5. But that being said, enough about us. Let's talk about the Prexies. Coach Keplinger, tell me a little bit about what you know about Shelby.
What I know about Shelby, we have never played them. I do not believe, as they are new to the MOAC.
We actually did play them a couple years ago. It was about 5 or 6 years ago, but we've never played them in the MOAC.
Never played them in conference.
We've never played them in conference, and we've never played them where?
Never played them on the turf.
On the turf.
But
we never played them here.
We were a host spot for them during the OHSA playoffs, I think.
Absolutely.
2 or 3 years ago. So,
absolutely.
I know they've got a high-powered offense. They've got big athletes on the ball. I know they hung up 55 points at Pleasant last week.
They did.
So,
they did.
It's all going to come down to, much like you said, with the close game at Mount Vernon and a couple results that could have gone the other way. I think it's just going to come down to can the Presidents execute their game plan?
Absolutely. Well, and Coach Keplinger kind of brought up a good point. The Prexies really, folks, on any given night could beat any team in the league. I mean, we really are a talented football team. We played some good football. Like I said, we could have stole the game at Mount Vernon, but we didn't. And, ifs and buts were candy and nuts. I mean, we all know that saying. But this is a very talented Prexy football team. But it's young in the sense that you've got a lot of sophomores and you've got a lot of juniors right now that are contributing. Like we talked about, Brady Wink has had exactly 2 games as a starting quarterback, and he's looked magnificent. I mean, magnificent. I remember I told him for the Pleasant game, I said, hey, buddy, you're going to be a legend tonight, and I'll be dogged if he didn't go out there and play his tail off. And he played fantastic last week, too, but he kind of made some rookie mistakes. And at any given time, the Prexies can play with anybody. But as we talked about, Shelby, last time we played them was 6-7 years ago, and I believe we beat them both times. Or no, maybe we only played them one time. I can't remember. I digress. But they have put together a really fantastic 3 or 4 year run to where they are a very, very strong program right now. So beating them tonight would be a really good statement win for the Prexies and also keep them alive in the MOAC.
Absolutely. You got Shelby and Galleon. They're both 2-0 in the conference right now. They're kind of the pace setters.
Absolutely.
You've got a lot of 1-1 teams right now.
You do.
And strangely enough, you got Pleasant down in the cellar there at 0-2 in conference.
I know. That's hard to believe because Pleasant's been
they've
been the banner carrier, if you will, for football excellence in the county.
Sure.
I mean, they have been. I mean, year in and year out, Pleasant has put a good product on the field, but I like what I'm seeing from the Prexies this year. I like what our offense is doing. Our defense is coming up with turnovers. We're seeing big plays, and I would say that we've definitely seen an improvement in the Prexies from last year. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were the offense sputtered a little bit last year.
They did.
And they've been entertaining. One of the jokes we made last week that didn't get on record was we're going to need oxygen masks trying to call this tempo offense.
It's 100% true. It's 100% true. I mean,
it's true.
They're going up and down the field, and honestly, I'm really happy with the offenses that Coach Wessler is calling, and then obviously Coach Slater is back to calling the defenses, and really we've got some fantastic, talented kids. And remember when I say this Prexy team on any given night could take out any team in the conference. The thing is we have got to play mistake-free, clean football, and there is no reason why going down the stretch the Prexies could not win easily their last 5 ball games. I mean, they really, really could, but you got to take it one game at a time. And if they get Shelby tonight, this is a statement to the rest of the MOAC that the win against Pleasant wasn't an asterisk or an abbreviation, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
That's why they play the game, Coach.
That is exactly why they play the game. But listen, here's what I'm hoping for, though. I'm hoping for we don't have a power outage. What else has happened the past 3 weeks?
Let's see. We've had 2 lightning delays.
Lightning delays.
It's dropped 20 degrees since our last game.
It is a fantastic fall night, by the way. Yeah, we were in shorts and flip-flops last week. Sweating. It was terrible up here.
Tommy Bahama or something.
It was close. Thick. However you want to call it. Woo! And so we've had that, and then the power went out last week. Craziest thing I've ever seen. And like I said, last week the power going out, it just completely messed up everything with the broadcast. But here's hoping that those of you guys that love watching these broadcasts get to see a ride again. You know, and the first broadcast of the year, there was a lightning delay, and the game ended at like 12:30 at night. So we sent all the kids home because it was like, you don't need to be here until 12:30.
This probably isn't responsible to keep you here, yeah.
Not responsible, and that's what we try to be in Marion City Schools. Is we try to be responsible and take care of our youngsters. And with that being said, folks, we will come back with the kickoff, Week 6, the 2-3 Harding High School Presidents versus the 4-1 Shelby Whippets for an MOAC showdown here in October at Marion Harding High School Field with a Marion Harding High School telecom production. We'll see you back at kickoff, folks. Thanks.